Good evening. Thank you very much, Carlton, to the Right Honorable Perry Gladstone Christie, Prime Minister of the Commonwealth of the Bahamas, Minister of Tourism, Honorable Obi Wilchcombe, Chairman of our 42nd Independence Celebration Committee, other Cabinet colleagues here present, Mychal BLvd. I notice Goose is in the house as well. I see they've changed his name to Osborne Visit Lockhart, but we knew him as Goose during the Pillsbury Classics. To the family of Mychal, particularly our new hero and star, Clay, and to all of us here present this afternoon. This afternoon, humanity bids us to celebrate the best things in life. For the Bahamas, July has been an eventful month of commemoration and history-making, a celebration of the successes of 42 years in the awesome business of nation building. While we have come a long way, the road ahead presents great challenges, but as resourceful people, we press ahead, undaunted, and aspire toward that common, loftier goal. While we were yet a babe of a nation, 1974 found Mychal Thompson, the man that we celebrate tonight, along with Cecil Rose, the late Cecil Rose, Charles Thompson, and Osborne Goose Lockhart, stamping the Bahamian brand of basketball on Miami-Jackson High School in Florida. These four of the Miami-Jackson Five caused a great stir in the hearts of Bahamians as they completed a perfect season, winning the Class 4A Florida State Championship. Since then, we have held very high expectations when it comes to participating in sports, because once a win is tasted, the thirst for more wins is unquenchable. While the Bahamas made tremendous strides in our national development, we kept our eyes on Sweet Bells as he went on to college and continued to excel. Mychal would perhaps recall that I have good and fond memories of his Minnesota years, along with Osborne Lockhart. My good friend Will Rutherford and I traveled there very frequently, particularly during the Pillsbury Classics, when we take time out to watch you and others play. My enthusiasm for the sport was and remains much greater than I am tall. We were very proud black Bahamians in the stands in the near lily white crowds of spectators. And recalling that the year before you were drafted first, there was one chap by the name of Benson, I think, from Indiana, who was a center, who they touted as the best center in college at the time, but you always showed him who was the better one. I think it was Kurt Benson or Kent Benson. Yeah. The day that the Bahamas got the news that the Portland Trail Blazers made Sweet Bells the #1 pick in the 1978 NBA draft was a time of joyous celebration for us all. Our nation was a mere 5-year-old, but the name of our homeboy was there among the powerhouses of basketball. 9 years on, when we, the Bahamas and Mychal, were headed to Los Angeles, we all became Lakers. Our hearts bled purple and gold, just as we are all now Golden State Warriors. When Mychal moved to Los Angeles Lakers, Showtime became our theme. Every neighborhood was abuzz with the talk about Sweet Bells, Kareem Abdul-Jabbar, Magic Johnson, and James Worthy. Street basketball teams were emboldened. Parents began buying basketballs for Christmas gifts, taking heed of the immense opportunities that the game held for their sons in particular. School children were given a new hope on which the whole as collegiate and professional sporting scouts looked to the Bahamas for more potential from our island nation. Even today, it is still hard for me to believe that cricket still remains our national sport. When 2 NBA championships came knocking on the door, this magnificent story of possibilities inspired a nation to a pride of place. It is a story of evolution, a wonderful story of our people, a story about us. It bolstered our confidence and brought us face to face with something that we had to acknowledge. That is, identity with one of your own is never lost, irrespective of the fact that oceans may separate us. Ladies and gentlemen, there is a common perception that holds as true. Athletes are role models, and they have a correspondingly positive impact upon individuals and the broader community in general. Given this, the Bahamas has encouraged the organization and propagation of programs for children and young people. We encourage prominent and successful athletes to interact with communities in order to influence sports participation rates. In Mychal Thompson, we have the ultimate role model. He has never forgotten from whence he came. In fact, he has remained firmly grounded as a Bahamian, and notwithstanding the place of their birth, his children have an amazing familiarity with home. We are proud of you all. Mychal, 2 of your sons, Mychal and Clay, they have followed your greatness in basketball. Trace is making his trek in baseball, and hopefully we'll all be pulling for the Chicago White Sox soon. This team of father and sons has brought the Bahamas acclaim when too many of our young men have been found wanting at the mark. I encourage you, Mychal and your sons, to consider partnering with the Urban Renewal Program, particularly with the Urban Renewal Sporting League and the Bahamian Male Mentorship Initiative, which assists our young men to be all that they can be. Heroes are just ordinary people who perform extraordinary feats, oftentimes against seemingly insurmountable odds. Because of his or her actions, the achievements become defining moments in a country's history. Mychal Thompson, you are a hero. Though many unsung heroes have gone before you, I am particularly pleased to participate in this recognition of your achievement. My prayer is that you live long enough to make the trek to this place of honor with your grandchildren and even generations on. I take this opportunity to welcome each and every one of you here to this grand and memorable occasion, and welcome, again, welcome to this occasion.